Hi everyone, I am Yogi, and today I'm going to talk about anxiety and restlessness and how to deal with the same. The most conspicuous feeling in today's world is anxiety. Statistics indicate that cases reported of high anxiety levels and related disorders have tripled over the past 3 decades. The sense of ease, calm has nearly vanished from our lives. So, my experience of working in the area of human development and coaching many individuals has helped me conceptualize that human anxiety mostly stems from either of these four mental states that feed our sympathetic nervous system responses. Now, what are these four mental states? They are perception of time, the doing consciousness, the addiction to perfection, and the fear of unknown. Let's look at each of these one by one. Look at the first one, which is perception of time. Now, while there is real time, there's something also called as psychological time. Each individual has a unique and often complex relationship with their psychological time. Now, if you would notice what is making you anxious, if you would just reflect, what's really making me anxious, you would notice that it would mostly be a thought or a feeling that is associated with your past or your future. Now, this is when we are actually living only in the upper part of our body, which is the mind, and we are totally disconnected with the body and not really tapping into body intelligence. The mind calculates time, but body lives in the now, and we've almost forgotten really to live in the now. The second one, which I have also often spoken about in my other videos, is the doing consciousness. We have lost sight of the fact that we are human beings and not human doings. Everything in nature is in a being state. Humans have put themselves into a generative cycle, but a very negative generative cycle of doing. The doing consciousness and the compulsive need of doing things immediately, doing things fast, being very productive, be in action all the time. That puts the anxiety meter on. The third mental state, which I interestingly discovered, which ticks the anxiety meter on again, is the addiction to perfection. Now, our addiction to perfection actually is the one which triggers our evaluative mindset. So you're constantly evaluating, things into right, wrong, good, bad, perfect, not perfect, because you're operating from a certain idea. Nothing in nature is quite bothered about doing things perfect or right, and yet there is good enough perfection that we see in how nature operates. But human beings have developed an obsession with the concept of right, perfect, super perfect, picture perfect, and so on. It's like a never ending thing, And to make this worst, there is this aspect, or a tendency to constantly compare. So while you have a certain standard and a perfection, in mind about how things should be, you are also constantly in the run of comparing with people around, situation around, and then negatively marking one's own situation, and that really triggers a lot of anxiety in people. And the last and the fourth mental state that we all mostly are aware about is the fear of unknown. Now, the edge of known and unknown can be a very difficult space, for people to be at. Now, anxiety seeps in when we get into our compulsive urgency of knowing, wanting to sort out things, wanting to have a solution, wanting a finality, and immediately, yeah. So, our ability to stay in a liminal space or a transitioning space is lost. Now, all of this comes from non acceptance and non acknowledgement of the unknown. Can I be with the not knowing for a moment? Can I generate enough curiosity inside of me, as to, okay, I don't know it right now, but maybe it will be known in a while. So we get, or rather our mind gets very uncomfortable when there is unknown, and because the mind then has no control, over the situation. So it then generates or ticks the anxiety meter on, and one wants to then get into the haste of knowing and figuring it out, and in the process, we put ourselves into a space which is a numbing space, or we even go even more blank and frozen. Yeah, so our fear of unknown is a big one. Now, anxiety could also be due to the negative imagination associated with that unknown. So most of the times when we are faced with unknown situation, our mind starts imagining something negative, something worse, something, so we often call it the deep, dark spaces, scary spaces. Yeah. Now, all of this is coming from our, nervous system programming, in that sense of the primitive mind. So we want to imagine the worst. We want to imagine, that something will go wrong. And all of this imagination takes us away from safety and security, which is already present in our body. But we are not connected with the body. We are in this first half, so we are in the mind. Now, this same space where we go into, feeling anxious and then imagining the worst. This same space can be harnessed for positive imagination and excitement also. And interestingly, anxiety and excitement triggers are similar responses in the brain. So when your body has this sensation, and the anxiety is arising, you can intervene, and there is a possibility, and it's my lived experience. You can intervene and make it or turn it into excitement also. So that same space is, the liminal space, which we call, is available for you to step into positive imagination, and sort of starting a new spiral altogether.